you send that thing?
Well, I think we're right on time. We're 1 minute late.
To the story. So.
Yeah, there we go.
Good.
We mastered Instagram here and the live stream.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
We decided to make shorter cycles on our live exercises.
This is actually just the first time doing a shorter cycle on the live stream, but yeah. But we're here.
We need to get back into shape, talking live about what we are doing. Definitely. Because I think everybody likes that and we like it too.
Yes.
So let me dive right in. We do a short one, huh?
Yeah, we're doing a short one, but we're missing somebody. We said that.
Our friend
Dr. Bunsen Honeydew is going to be here, but he's busy gallivanting in the.
Let me show the doctor. What was his name?
Dr. Bunsen Honeydew.
Dr. Bunsen Honeydew.
Does anybody know who Dr. Bunsen Honeydew? I'm sure Arthur, you know who Dr. Bunsen Honeydew is. There he is. Yeah. This is the best we could find for a fill-in for Dave this show. So
who will not attend out of Scotland today because he's busy drinking a whiskey, I guess.
I think he's having a couple of whiskeys. The customer service side of things is probably enhancing that, but yeah, he's
okay.
He's with us in spirit. So.
Greets to Scotland. Eat some sticky toffee pudding for me.
Okay, we were told our microphones are loud. And
too loud?
Yeah, so let's just try to turn that down.
Tone down that. Who is observing? Arthur.
Yes, and Liam said it was too loud. We just turn it down a little bit. Let us know. Maybe we'll talk a little quieter.
Yeah, you were shouting.
We were shouting. Yeah. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, that looks like Nastrovia.
Yeah.
Arthur is with us, and with Arthur obviously is she.
Yes. We have Miss Piggy with us today.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Everybody's here.
And all our little friends here on the table. We also have,
in order to get, I think for better mood, we should look at watches first.
So I was doing a little bit of reading. People
Isn't that a nice shot?
Yeah, this is a nice shot.
You know, and that's not a picture; it's real.
Yes, we have the white one.
We are tuning in our camera systems here right now, and we also have these little guys here because someone asked if we can see them, and we'll come back later on the watches anyhow. So let's dive into our presentation material and talk about what's going on.
Okay.
I will make ourselves a little bit bigger here, depending on what we are talking about. So overall, what we talk about today, watches on the wrists. I think we do this issue because now watches are going out and people enjoy them and they post about them, and we wanted to talk a little bit about that. And hopefully more people make more pictures and share them, because that helps us and makes everybody happy, I would say, at the end of the day. And then there's a second thing we want to talk about, the Sapphire Crystal, because someone reminded us on something, and production update.
Yeah, production update. Yeah, so it's been fun to see everybody on Instagram interacting, showing off their wrist shots. There's been some people obviously haven't received their watch yet. You know, as we've updated before, there's watches going out every single week. So naturally, people who receive their watches are excited to share them with the watch community, and the watch community is pretty active. So just wanted to share some updates here. So we have My Watches 71. He did a cool little
Down Under.
Yeah, from down. Well, he actually, if you go to that post, he shows all the different time zones with a superimposed background, so he's there sort of in spirit. And it's a cool thing to see. But if you want to tag us at HORAGE Swiss, and of course hashtag HORAGE, hashtag Supersede,
and my watch is 71. Follow them.
Yes, you can follow them as well. And of course, other thing we want to talk about, many people still don't know that we have a forum. And in that forum, I write a lot, and those that have to translate that wish I didn't write a lot, but there's a lot to be said about what we're doing here. And if you're not here on the live stream, you can obviously jump into the comments there and ask questions there and also get the most up-to-date, most informed, long format reading of what's going on here.
You know,
in
I
HORAGE.
still remember when people said, nobody's reading that stuff. You know, this kind of superficial marketing super pros who will say, go to an agency, make a slogan, then make an ad campaign, and then your brand will take off. And I mean, that's so out of touch at the moment. I think the fact is that we see that people read the stuff we write, and it draws a lot of people to us, and we will continue to create good content. And if everybody wants to contribute, always welcome, by the way.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, more. The Pilot Watch Doctor, also some pretty good shots overall in Instagram moving around.
I like this one. This is the Jetstream Grey, and he spec'd it with the red hands. And the red hands, I have to say, look pretty good.
Yeah, rare stuff.
Rare stuff.
Down the road, it will be rare stuff.
Super rare
I don't know, probably in 50 years when we are all dead, and they say, there was this little hiccup with this hand, and then a couple of people decided to get red hands, and they kept it. And who knows? I mean, I'm not at all into watches becoming an investment vehicle kind of thing, but perhaps it's getting value down the road. Who knows? Yeah,
I mean, the thing is, all HORAGE watches are pretty rare, and everybody who's been supporting us is the first people. They're the innovators. They're the ones that are getting onto something that's new, and hopefully will continue to take off. And
I mean, we see it now already slowly coming with the K1 based watches.
Yes,
we see that they're very early days, like Jonas K1 and the Air Rays, and this is stuff which is already getting sought after. And probably 10, 20 years down the road, that is something people will look for and enjoy having and owning.
Yeah, and with the K1, we're working on some ideas around that, because, as you know, we have new movements, and we're moving forward. So that stuff is only going to become, there's going to be less and less of it available on the market. So it's fun to see. Another red hand.
Wrist memories. And I think that's Singapore.
Yeah, this is in Singapore.
Super nice shots also, very active. Thanks a lot.
He's also got a few reels in there too.
Yeah.
So very cool to see.
Yeah. And then we have a nice comparison thing here.
Yeah.
We are not so bad, I have to say.
Yeah, it looks good in that. I like the taper of the bracelet.
Yeah.
And look at all those together. All really nice watches.
I mean, I have to say, when I look at the Tissot watch, also
they did well. I mean,
of course, you have to work for price, and you need to get rid of some details, but considering what you get, not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, some other brands might really have to catch up on that, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
And I think this combo is pretty good. So
nice little collection.
Vacheron on top, left bottom us. So not good, not bad.
Yeah.
What else did we find? Another one here.
And
waitlist for Godot. Yeah. Also very nice shot. So it's good to see that people help us to get the message out, and hopefully we get more of that. Yeah.
So when you do get your watch, be sure to share it, and we'll repost it and put it in our stories. And it's a great community that we have, and of course we just want to make sure that we spread the word as much as possible. And I'd love to see all those new wrist shots. So we mentioned the forum earlier on, and in the forum you can go to shop.horage.com/forum, and you can.
That's a little movie here.
There's a little movie here.
So you just continue talking.
See all the different categories. We have the Lensman category there. We have the K2, which is mostly Supersede. Tourbillon one, and at the very bottom we had the watchmaking weekend, and then you can go in there and you can see the entire lineage of Supersede, what's led up to this, and you can see just how much I'm writing with each one of these, adding videos and photos as well, to keep everybody as informed as possible. They do take some time to put together, but I like the end result, and as you can see, there's lots of comments, and we get in there and we also answer them.
Yeah, it's also good that this is active and it doesn't drift away somewhere into a forum where nobody knows where it is. And it's our place where we want to communicate, and it's good that people also do that together with us. So at the end of the day, we are the creators of the stuff. Fair to say, I think we have some good idea of what we are doing, and that's the primary source of information, and that's what it should be, and we want to cultivate that.
Yeah, so we'll get into the Sapphire Crystal. Somebody was just asking, was Jetstream Gray the most popular dial choice? First few I've seen posted online. It was one of the most, I think it actually was the most popular next
Jetstream
to
Gray.
the
We don't have a gray right now,
no, we don't have a gray one here.
Yeah, I don't have a gray one.
But we have a picture of one. We have showed a couple of pictures.
Yeah. Let's get back to
so we
that
do have
here. So Jetstream was
Jetstream is right here. Yeah.
Super good.
Yeah.
In the beginning, everybody said internally, can we do that? And then out of a sudden, when you see it in the flash, you know.
It was super hard to get that gray dialed in.
I like every color. I mean, color is a nightmare to everybody sees something else.
Yeah, when you work from a Pantone and then you put it into production and it comes back.
Surface finish, it looks different. Yeah. Light goes in different. So it's always, that's the dangerous stuff when you do CGI before and then you make people and yourself believe that's how it will come out, because computer animation is pretty good. But at the end of the day, there is still some difference, and it can be a significant difference depending on what the surface finish is. So you cannot rely on just giving someone a Pantone color code and then you believe it comes out like that. It depends on the surface, on the bottom ground finish, on the layers you do, and all kind of things. So that is always. Luckily, the people start to understand, and that we also communicate open that there is variation. But overall, all of the results are very good, and the people are happy. I don't see. Do we have anybody really pissed on what he got?
No, I don't think so. They're all good colors in the end, in my opinion. But like. For me personally,
and you know, it could be that someone opens the box and says, no, it's not at all what I wanted. But there's nobody, as far as I can see now.
Yeah, well, there's still some watches to deliver. Let's see.
Yeah, still some watches to deliver.
Yeah, so
now a topic which someone brought up actually.
Yeah, so
and we somehow got lost into our own communication.
Yeah, in our internal communication, and what we had said and what we had communicated and that. And so back in June, we had communicated this forum post. So June 26th, 2022, we talked about the Supersede 200 meters, because obviously we wanted to reach 200 meters of water resistance for Supersede, and it was still unknown. And one of the things that we needed to do to get there, and we looked at changing the Sapphire Crystal itself. Yeah, and so
because when the pressure comes from the outside, it seems to be better, or it is better when it has some certain curvature on the glass, so that when the glass is getting squeezed together by the pressure, the glass diameter in the seal is getting towards the outside. That's why in June, I think, because before we didn't really were sure if we can manage to do that. Yeah. So before, the glasses were flat, and the drawings actually we had were showing 9.8 plus 2 to 0.2 millimeter tolerance window, and then we changed to this curved glass, which adds a little bit on the bottom. I mean, it's hardly feelable or seeable, and we agreed on that, but we forgot to update the website.
Yeah. So it was communicated in the forum, but it just wasn't updated on the website. So,
so what happened was actually that in the shop there was a lower thickness than what it happened to be, and some of our customers who are really into it and also look at things in detail reminded us that actually that glass is curved, and so we are above 10.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and we have the
a drawing here. Yeah. So this was, as you can see, there's a flat glass originally, and we replaced it with this slightly curved glass, which increased to 10.28 plus 0.2 tolerance. Usually you do not tolerate to the negative side because it's unrealistic. Things have play and need to have some play. So we have slightly thicker than it was communicated on the website, and we are terribly sorry for that. But that was just.
But we had communicated that that's what it was going to have to do for the water.
I think everybody we just forgot.
Yeah, to
be honest.
There's a lot of things going on.
Yeah. There's a lot of things going on, but I think this curved glass is definitely the better thing in order to be sure that there's correct squeeze when more pressure is applied on the glass. And I think from variability or anything point of view, there's definitely no difference, which you can feel.
Yeah. So
that's what we wanted to straighten out.
Yes, we wanted to make sure that was communicated there.
Yeah.
And then from a production side of things, as far as watches going out, and we know that there's people anticipating receiving their watches. We have approximately, I talked to someone today, as the next slide. Yeah. We have 80 watches in T2 right now, so once complete they go into T3, so T2 is the casing of the watch, and T3 is just packaging and shipping out. So 40 plan to go out next week, and 40 plan to ship the week after, and then obviously assembly and shipping continues.
So we are trying to get to 100 watches now per month. Yeah. And this, in our case, 100 watches means 100 watches from zero. Yeah. From bits and pieces and parts together, going through COSC. We are trying to increase our capacity, bringing in watchmakers, also working with externals to help us. And this is now step by step improving our performance on assembly and manufacturing. And it takes a while, and luckily the people are patient with us. And but you see, watches are getting out, and people are happy with it.
Yeah. So that was the update. We wanted to just keep this short today. Yeah. Arthur's asking, Watches and Wonders starts soon. Any exciting news except for Lensman 2? HORAGE Diver, Chrono, Minute Repeater. Okay, Arthur.
Chronograph, please give me a couple of million and 5 years time, and you will get it.
Yeah, no problem.
Can we arrange that? I'm pretty sure that we can do it. It's just the problem who should do it.
Yeah. How many engineers would that take? How many more would you have to increase?
My rule of thumb is very simple. Take 5 people, 5 years. That's what I think we can do. Unexperienced, 5 people, 7 to 10 years. But based on our existing infrastructure, toolkit, all this kind of stuff, I think we could do this if they are focused. If you don't do any other stuff, just that, because you have to imagine the chronograph. It's more than double the parts. So it's a lot of stuff in such a watch, and all of the parts need to be developed and need to be done. Just ask the boss for more money. Yeah, I agree on that. Wasn't there a banking crisis at the moment? So
pull your money out of the banks and put it in our watch. That's the best bet. If it's not in crypto, you have to put it into...
insane, just the bank evaporated in Switzerland, and it's incredible. Rather have thinner to really not that use or not even that use on full on dive watch, so disappointing. Yeah. What we should say?
As we communicated earlier, in the form, as we mentioned,
we changed to that to make sure that for sure we have this waterproofness, and I can only assure everybody that it doesn't have any significant impact on variability or anything like that. And we just wanted to be transparent on
Yeah.
on what we communicate and what we do. And in that case, we just forgot to update
Yeah,
that thing.
it's
somehow.
yeah.
Good, but thanks for how many delivered so far. Where are we now? I would have to ask Celine.
We'll ask Celine and
We'll ask Celine and post it in the next.
Yeah.
But we are more than 100.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure.
Yeah, and we have 80 coming up here.
Yeah, it's getting smooth. We are moving. Yeah. Panerai, Fierce, Brunswick vibes with the sketch.
Yeah, as far as Lensman 2 goes, as we posted in the forum update, there is some exciting things coming with that. So
I'm 100% sure that the people will love this watch.
Yeah, this is.
I don't know why I'm so excited about it. Everybody says, why are you? But it is. You will see. It is one of these watches, which are so different from anything else you have seen in the past, but not odd at all.
No.
Super wearable. And the funny thing is, when you put it on it's probably the most desk suitable watch. You put it on a desk and look at it.
Yeah.
It's very strange. It's super simple. You will see. I mean, it will be a lot of fun to launch that product, and I think it's something which will again prove our team's ability to innovate in this space, and hopefully a lot of people will like it, and there will be a lot of work to get it through production, because it's not exactly something very easy.
No, there's a lot to it, and so we're just communicating some aspects of it now and rolling it out slowly in communication to get everybody up to speed and to understand just how unique of a timepiece that will be. And it's completely different spectrum from Supersede. When Supersede is definitely sports watch, and Lensman 2 is, I don't even know how you would classify it, but it is something that I have not seen from any watchmaker yet. So it's
And I like that shot.
I like it as well. You do the two blue watches side by side, transatlantic and the atoll blue. Yeah, somebody had asked to see these ones side by side again, so
it's pretty close to reality. I can probably tune in a little bit on brightness, because the problem is when you have a bright watch and a darker watch side by side, the sensors actually do not really get it.
Yeah, it's
either you optimize for the dark or you optimize for the bright. You see the same thing here. Yeah? I mean, that was it a little bit. The shutter, the opening, how do you call it?
the aperture.
The aperture is too much on for the bright side, but not enough for the dark side.
Yes, correct.
I'm getting a photographer.
Yeah.
Yeah, not really. Okay.
So
yeah, we are. We do half an hour, and that's it today. Huh?
Yeah. So we're pretty much there at the end of it. I mean, we're 25 minutes, but any more questions in the comments here? Obviously, if you have any questions, you can also email us, lostintime@horage.com, and obviously join us in the forum and get us on all our social media channels. Got our appetites wet. Cannot wait. While I wasn't able to afford the Supersede in the end, I really loved the journey and forum post. Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's we understand that these watches are,
and
Yeah.
I can tell you, by the end of the year, another thing will come. When we are talking about
Yeah, there's a few things going on.
When we talk about budget,
Yeah.
and we know that we are operating a large team. We have a certain amount of cost. Our products are not super expensive, but also not cheap. And we understand that sometimes not everybody can afford it. Yeah. So we are working on something which would make it possible also to wear an HORAGE watch also with a smaller budget.
Yeah.
But it takes some time.
But this is, again, something completely
Probably
different.
someone will be angry with me now.
But
why not? I mean, we are working on, I would say we have probably 5 projects in the pipeline simultaneously at the moment.
Yeah.
Because we figured out, I mean, we know how the business model for us works now. People trust in us. They help us fund our business. That's the reality. I have to be clear, and that we are very thankful for that, because we can bootstrap our business at the end of the day. We do not need to have investors in our company who tell us what to do. And you know how it often ends when you have investors with a short time frame, then everything gets in a hurry, you don't take enough time to do things. So we have this business model that people trust in us. Our customers are effectively our investors, helping us to get things done. And in return, what is expected is that we create new products, not just changing the dial color, a really new product.
Yeah.
And this is heavy engineering and heavy development work, and that's what we want to continue. And I think we need to be, if we want to be successful in the long run, we need to do this 2 to 4 times a year.
Sometimes we may change dial colors.
Sometimes, yes, we also change dial colors because there is some...
I just want to make sure that's clear.
Yeah, we don't rule that out.
Yeah, we don't rule that. But the major projects.
Yeah, the major projects which drive the company are around really new products, completely new products. Of course, we cannot always make a completely new movement, but we can at least around these movements and using their variety make really new products. And I think that's what the community expects from us, and we are super happy that people invest into us, go on the journey with us, even if it's not always completely straight, smooth. Last time there was someone here, one of our customers from the UK, and said, Andi, it's okay if things go wrong. Because then it's more exciting. Said, not everybody sees it like that.
That is a good point. I mean, and we try to bring things up as we see them and be transparent, because we hate that somebody finds out something in a forum somewhere and he feels that they weren't informed. And it's important for us to do that. I mean, what you see is what you get here, and anybody's welcome to come and meet with us and have a coffee and a chat.
And any failure we do not make it by willful. I mean, we are just here as a lot of humans, and with all these projects and parts moving on, there is some flaw and failure, and we need to try to get rid of them as quickly as possible. But we cannot hide stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, this was never our policy, and it should never be. Yeah. Good.
Yeah. So
another look at these other guys.
There we are. And
smoothly.
And so we'll be back again probably in another week.
Yeah. I will be next week in Germany visiting a group of watch friends.
That's right. Yeah.
Mainly from the Urforum. Yeah. There are a lot of Urforum people there in the Ruhrpott. Near Düsseldorf. Looking forward to that, showing some Supersede around, and
And I'm working on some Lensman 1 production update details, because that's in production.
Coming soon,
I was talking to Leon today, and he's working on through all the production details on Lensman 1. So, and we also
are planning a trip.
And we're planning a trip, and we're planning a book, and we're planning... There's a lot of things that we're going to do. So if you're in London, Shanghai, Hong Kong, Taipei, Singapore,
911 has another.
We're going to be everywhere this year.
There's the question. It would be good to get a delivery estimate for the early buyers. Only other estimate was in January 23. Early buyers, we are...
if you could just email me. Just email us.
Because we cannot know from post 9/11.
We don't know who you are and where you are in the order delivery line, and then we'll just tell you exactly when it's going out. So it should be.
There's one problem sometimes with this prediction. because we have a relatively high variety, we sometimes do not know which one has passed final test. So we schedule someone, but then it turns out after COSC and putting things together, there needs to be some reworking and we need to move things around. So that is the thing which can derail exact prediction of which watch we can ship.
And I've made mistakes before that saying, you know, yes, your watch is ready to ship.
Yeah.
You know, and then I was told, no, you know, we need to look at something in QC.
Take it apart again, and exchange the movement, this kind of
these
stuff.
types of things. It happens. That is.
And we are sorry for that.
But it's mechanical watchmaking, and there's no batteries or anything in there. There's no chips. Everything needs to run perfectly. And so. So those things come up, and it's better the watchmakers take the time then you receive a watch and you say, yeah, there's something going on here, and then, you know, back and forth. So we want to make sure that they're done correctly. And
we underestimated also ramping up. Getting from December, when actually it was the first time we shipped watches, to COSC, getting things back, seeing our default rate too high in the beginning, and all kind of small hiccups, and that naturally delayed some of our work and made it a little bit hard to predict exactly when is getting which watch being finished and shipped to whom. But I think we are getting better on that.
Yes. I mean, these things only make us better. And the good thing with Lensman is one spec.
You don't learn anything from success. You only learn from failure, and failure hurts like hell. I think.
But it's fun as a customer.
Of course. I mean, we need to. The fact is, not everybody did that already. Okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah, good.
Email sent. So Landon will look up that tomorrow and get a more precise date for you.
Myself or Dave will be in touch, and just send a reminder. Again, if you just did it, I'll see it right away here. I'll be able to get back to you. So, that's it for today.
I think we have an end slide here.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
We'll see you next time.